Namassarvebhyaha. As I had promised you all in my previous video on Agnihotra, in this video I am going to take you all to a very special place in Poland. It is called Bhrigu Aranya and it is also called as Agnihotra village. So in the previous video I explained about Agnihotra in detail by taking references from the Vedas, and I also showed the procedure of performing Agnihotra. In this video I'll be taking you to the Agnihotra village, which is in Poland. But before going into the video, here is a disclaimer and also a warning. In my previous video where I showed how to perform Agnihotra, some narrow-minded people who haven't read anything about the Vedas, who do not know any Sanskritam, commented that being a woman I am not supposed to do Agnihotra. I gave them so many references and also asked them to give references from the Shastras, but they did not give any reference. They were just blindly commenting. In this video you will see Westerners performing Agnihotra and also other homas, even women doing it. I want to tell you all clearly that I did not teach them to do Agnihotra and homas. They have learnt it directly from great saints like Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj and Sri Vasant Paranjape. For people who do not know about these great people, I would recommend you to read this book, Messenger of the Sacred Fire. You will get to know about them more in detail. And if you have friends in Maharashtra, just ask them about Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj. They will tell you how great a saint he was. Both Sri Gajanan Maharaj and Sri Vasant Paranjape have had the direct vision of Lord Parashuram, and they both have great respect for the Vedas and they would never ever go against the Vedas. In fact, you should read the Sapta Shloki that just spontaneously came out of the mouth of Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj. Then you will know the amount of respect and regard that they have for the Vedas. And also everyone in Bhrigu Aranya has spent some time with Sri Vasant Paranjape and learnt Agnihotra and Homa, how to perform homas from him directly. And some of them have had the great fortune of being with Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj. They have all come to India and stayed with Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj in the ashram. So if you comment negatively about these people, it's like commenting negatively about Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj and also Sri Vasant Paranjape. I would like to quote a line from Guru Gita which says, Shive rushte gurustrata, gurau rushte na kaschana. That is, if Shiva, if God is angry with you, then Guru will come and save you. But Gurau rushte, when Guru is angry with you, nobody will come and save you. And here Guru doesn't mean teacher. Many people wish me on Guru Purnima and I tell them I am not a Guru, I am just a Sanskrit teacher. But Paramasadguru Sri Gajanan Maharaj and Sri Vasant Paranjape, they are Gurus. They are the ones who lead us on the spiritual path. They are saintly people. So if you want to comment negatively, do it at your own risk. Anyhow, I will be deleting such comments because I have huge respect for the Bhrigu Aranya and also the people who live there. I have been there twice and I have stayed there for few days both the times, and I know how dedicated and genuine these people are. They follow 100% vegetarian lifestyle. They don't even consume eggs, and no alcohol, no smoking. Even the guests who come there, they are supposed to follow these. Otherwise, you are not even allowed inside this Bhrigu Aranya. It is such a pious place. All this was for those narrow-minded people, but many comments in that video were very positive. People were open to learning Agnihotra. Many people wanted to start it. I'm very happy to have such people as the viewers of my channel, and I'm very grateful to you all. So now let's go to Eco Village Bhrigu Aranya. Reaching Bhrigu Aranya is quite easy from Krakow. There is an airport in Krakow. From this city you can take a train or a bus to the nearby town of Jordanau. There is no public transport from Jordanau to Bhrigu Aranya, but the community is happy to arrange a pickup for visitors upon request. This place is located on the Tatra mountains. This is where I will be staying for few days. Mostly guests will stay in this cottage. And we cook our own food, so the guests have to cook their own food. If somebody is available to cook for you, then you can buy meals from them. But otherwise you have to cook your own food. The kitchen is available for you. And as mentioned before, it is strictly vegetarian. You cannot bring any non-vegetarian food inside this campus. Not even egg is allowed, and also alcohol and smoking is also strictly prohibited. You see this copper box here. Actually what is inside that, it is the Agnihotra ash. So usually people here, they put some ash in the food that they eat, and they consume the food. Initially I didn't know, then later I learnt it from here. It has lots of health benefits. And the main part of this house is this room, which is at the very entrance. This is the Agnihotra room or the Homa room. We can perform other homas also here. So if you see here, they have placed the copper pyramid, that is the Homa Kunda. It is covered with a copper plate, and then there is cow dung, dried cow dung with matchbox also. Ghee, everything is there. Those who are staying in this cottage will have to do Agnihotra here. Now let's go outside and see some very important places in this area. So the first place that I am going to take you to is the Yagashala. If you see here, it's nothing fancy, it's just a small simple structure. This is located on the farm area where they grow a variety of vegetables, broccoli, parsley, pumpkin, so much more. And somebody or the other will keep coming here and doing the Triambakam Homa. So Agnihotra creates lot of positive energy around us, and the Triambakam Homa fortifies it. So that is done here every day for 5 hours, and on new moon and full moon day it is done 24 hours. Since 7 families are living here, somebody or the other takes turns and they keep doing it. Now I am going to take you to the most important place here, the Parashuram Temple. Very strict discipline is followed here. The morning and evening Agnihotra happens here for sure. Even if people are not able to do it at their home, somebody or the other will make sure that Agnihotra happens here. And to enter inside this temple, you need to have taken a shower. Not just that, you have to wear clean, untouched clothes. In Tamil Nadu, we have this concept of muddy clothes. It is worn on very special days, like for example when people do Sumangali Prathana, like that. The clothes have to be washed and you shouldn't touch it. Only after taking bath you have to touch it. So that kind of clean, untouched clothes you have to wear and enter this temple. There is no electricity there, that is no bulb or light. There is an idol of Parasuram, and the ash, Agnihotra ash from this temple is extremely powerful. It has a lot of healing properties because it is done with so much discipline, and cleanliness is maintained so much there. So I entered into this temple once, and with that clean untouched clothes, and it's a very powerful place. So complete silence has to be maintained here. Nobody utters a single word inside this temple except for the mantras. Nothing else is spoken here. Now another very important place, which is the Goshala. For Agnihotra, the cow dung is extremely important ingredient. So for that, cows are needed, and also ghee is needed. So they have a Goshala with these beautiful cows. Actually, the Agnihotra that I do in Netherlands, it was possible because of these cows. The cow dung gets supplied from here. And also the cow dung has to be fresh. It has to be taken fresh. That is, once the cow puts the dung, within few hours it has to be collected. So there is Patrick who takes care of these cows, and when the cows go for grazing, he goes behind them, so that when they put the dung, he immediately collects them and comes and then dries them. If the cow dung is left just like that, and later after a lot of time if you collect it, then the bacteria gets formed and also insects start developing there. So that is why as soon as the cows put the cow dung, it has to be collected. That only has to be used for Agnihotra. And this is the place where they dry cow dung. In India, it's quite easy to dry cow dung. You will see in villages people pat cow dung on the walls, on roofs, and it gets dried easily. But here, since the weather is very cold and damp, they need to use this kind of mesh to dry the cow dung. And I forgot to show you the farm. Actually, there is a story behind this. The people who come to inspect this land, they said this soil is very acidic and you cannot cultivate anything here. But here people are doing Agnihotra and so many other homas on a regular basis, and they are able to grow everything. They are growing broccoli, parsley, everything, you name it, they have it. So you can see some pumpkins that they have harvested here. So because of Agnihotra, it has become possible for them to grow everything. Okay, now let's meet the people here and listen to their experiences with Agnihotra and other homas. This is Barry, and he's doing Agnihotra since 50 years. So let's listen to what he has to say about Agnihotra.
So I'm looking forward to the next 50 years. It all began in October of 1975 in Baltimore, Maryland, about 1 hour from Washington, D.C. So I was coming off of a severe depression, which had lasted for more than 1 year, and it was not minor, it was serious. And then I went to one group psychotherapy in Baltimore, and the group had 22 people in it, and there was one psychologist and one psychiatrist running the program. So the psychiatrist announced halfway through the 4.5 hour session that anyone who wanted to go into the next room with the psychologist and meditate was welcome. Mm-hmm. So I was one of the 5 people who left the room, went into the other room, and the psychologist made this fire in a copper pyramid. And we sat there for like 10 minutes, and then I went back into the room. So what did I notice? First I noticed that whereas before I felt like a client, like a patient, you know, that when I went back into the room, I wasn't concerned about myself. I was wanting to help the other people, actually, you know. So that happened once, and then it happened like a week later again, and then a week later again. And I started to see the pattern, you know. I met Sri Vasant Pranjape about a month later in Baltimore. And he said two interesting things to me. He said, number one, do Agnihotra. Just do it. And then he also said, number two, stay with Ross. Ross was that psychologist who showed me the first Agnihotra. So, I was with Ross 2 or 3 nights a week in different group therapies, 4.5 hours each. I had very good health insurance. And then, I started Agnihotra January 13, 1976. And then, like, shortly thereafter, Ross got a contract from the city of Baltimore to train psychotherapists, to train people to become psychotherapists. So, we applied, and I was one of the maybe 12, 13 people that were accepted. And this was a 1-year program, 40 hours a week. So, when Sri Vasant said to stay with Ross, I was able to stay with Ross for that 1 year. I learned a lot in that program. I got a master's degree from that. And that was 1979 by the time I got the master's degree. Actually, Sri Vasant said, he said, if you finish your thesis, you can go to Holland and help Carola run her Iyengar yoga studio. And she was an Agnihotra teacher also. This was in Bilthoven, not far from Utrecht. So, and I had wanted to go to Europe ever since the first time I had gone. And in January of 79 I went. And after 4 months, she and I went to India. First time for me, second time for her. She was half Indian and half Dutch. Basically, I got there in May of 79, and except 2 very short trips to visit my son in the States, I was there for 6 years. I enrolled at University of Pune in the PhD program for psychology. And I was teaching Agnihotra and learning about India, actually. So, So then when I came back in 1985, then I stayed with the Agnihotra community in Baltimore, Maryland. At the time, maybe still, was the largest USA Agnihotra community. And I was working with clients, and basically when you're a therapist and you do Agnihotra, there's 3 ways you can share it or use it in what we call Homa psychotherapy. One perfect situation is you teach the client Agnihotra, they want to do it, they do it. And then they don't have to come to me anymore, usually. Number 2 is if your office is in a place where you do Agnihotra, even if those people don't know. And then number 3 would be down the scale that the therapist does Agnihotra, at least. And you're not in the office, and they're not doing it. You don't even have to tell them about it. And we actually tell people, just try it for 2 weeks. Try it for 2 weeks. That means 14 days times 2, 28 Agnihotra. 28 times, say, 10 minutes each, 280 minutes, divided by 60 is a little less than 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4.5 hours. So that means you've invested 4.5 hours of your life for these 2 weeks, and you see how you feel. And we tell people, see how your sleep might change. People usually have good results with sleep, more dreams. Then the other thing with the psychotherapy, we teach what is called mind training. And the essence of mind training is train the mind to react with love under all circumstances. And that, in a nutshell, actually is the modus operandi of Agnihotra. Atmosphere, prana, mind. Train the mind. So you change the atmosphere doing the fire. It affects the prana. And prana and mind are like two sides of the same coin. So if the prana improves, automatically your mind becomes better.
Since you're a psychotherapist, what kind of people have you seen getting cured with Agnihotra?
I kind of specialize in the two things that were my problems, depression and addiction. I was addicted actually to marijuana, which some people think you can't get addicted to marijuana. Trust me, you can. You can. And I was never in favor of legalizing marijuana way back because I knew the effect it would have on people, especially young people. And now, finally, they're seeing this, and they may make some changes. So yeah, depression and addiction. And we actually have developed what's called the Homa Therapy Drug and Alcohol Detoxification Program. And that is, we have it written down. It's on one of my websites, homapsychotherapy.com. The whole program is there, like all 10 pages of it. And it tells, you do some tapas, you do some disciplines. For example, food discipline.
If a person is addicted and if he just does Agnihotra and nothing else, still will it give results? Or?
It will give results. However, Agnihotra is 1/5 of the fivefold path. 1/5.
Yeah.
To really get the results, it's very important to do the other 4. Dana, sharing your assets in a spirit of humility. Tapa, self-discipline. Karma, realizing that you can't get away with anything. You reap what you sow. And the last one, swadhyaya, self-study. Now, self-study is very big in psychotherapy because what are you doing? You've gone to a therapist to study yourself. To learn more. So yeah, if you do all those things, Agnihotra is the most important, for sure. And even if you didn't do the other things, you would make pretty quick progress from my experience. If you want to see what Agnihotra does, and you have any kittens, dogs, birds, whatever, you'll see the effects on them.
I see, here I came 3 times for Agnihotra, and Parvati's kitten comes exactly at that time and sits next to
yeah. I noticed that from the beginning. I used to, before I was a psychologist, I was a salesman, and I would travel all over the United States and Europe a little bit, and there's always these barking dogs, And then I noticed almost every time the dog's barking, you do Agnihotra, you do the mantra, and about a half a minute later it barks one more time and then stops. So, it's not exactly an experiment, but it's kind of fun to watch. And animals come, birds come. When they...
Thank you so much, Barry, for sharing also the valuable experiences that you had with Agnihotra. It's very valuable. I think somebody might get inspired to start Agnihotra listening to you.
My pleasure.
Satyam sharanam gacchami, satyadharmam sharanam gacchami, satyadharma sangham sharanam gacchami, satyam sharanam gacchami, सत्यधर्मं शरणं गच्छामि सत्यधर्मसङ्घं शरणं गच्छामि सत्यं शरणं गच्छामि सत्यधर्मं शरणं गच्छामि सत्यधर्मसङ्घं शरणं गच्छामि